What's up, guys? It's OG Chris here, and look at my funk dance. Look at me go. I'm gonna do robot here in a minute. Oh, look at that. So this game is right now out on Steam. It's called Grav, G-R-A-V. It is an, you can call it, it's a survival game. We'll get that out of the way right now. That's what it is. Nice crotch shot there. It's basically a game where you go out and you harvest items or natural resources, and then you build things with it. So that's kind of the game, right? Getting natural resources. So what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to kind of show you a little basic tutorial on the game, kind of show you a little bit around the game, my kind of first keep saying expression, my first impressions of the game. This is a post recording, so this isn't as I'm playing the game, so I'm going to kind of just commentate on the video I made. It was a lot easier because while I was playing, I was kind of pausing in between action because I haven't gotten down being able to talk. So as you notice, you'll notice that this is a voiceover of the video. But I think I can talk about more things as I stand back as a viewer than as when I'm playing it. So right now you're looking at the base I've made. So far it hasn't been deleted yet because this is pre-alpha or alpha or whatever you want to call it, early access. I have heard people's stuff getting deleted, people's things getting destroyed. So whenever you build something, just be on the lookout that may happen. So far though, I've been lucky and I haven't had that happen. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm just equipping a bunch of the starter stuff instead of having the stuff I kind of upgraded to, just that way you guys can kind of see what it's like when you first start out in the game. Imagine my character without the wooden armor, because that stuff usually isn't there. I have a wooden club on right now. I switched it to this gun. So this gun is, you start out with this gun. It looks pretty cool. You think it's like a badass weapon. And you can run around, and I'll show you right now. I'm going to shoot this sparking medium bug dog. And as you notice, it stuns it. So basically what it's doing is it stuns enemies. Now that's not its main use. Its main use is to harvest. So this is your harvesting tool. This is your hammer, your axe, your pickaxes, whatever. It actually does them all. So you don't need like separate tools to harvest. You just need this one tool to harvest everything, so far anyways, built in the game. Now as you notice, this thing's called a sparking aggressive flying bug, and it just decided to be an asshole. Now anything that's an animal and it's labeled aggressive will attack you when you get close. It has aggro. Other animals, as long as it doesn't have that tag on it, won't attack you. I believe boss characters do, so if they look like they have a special name, they'll attack you. So right now I'm harvesting one of the main resources in the game, which is wood. This is the thing you need to start out with. I think it's the main resource in most survival games. Then I'm going to go on to gems. Gems is on the lower end of main resources. It's not super important, at least not in the beginning. It may be later on, but it is also a rarer resource. It's not something you see as often. However, I put my house on this beach right here because there's a lot of gems here. There's a lot of trees, and then there's some fossil spawns. And then if you go over this hill to my left, it's like it opens up into this whole area, and you'll see in a minute when I go over it all the cool stuff that's over there, all the people that are playing. It really opens up. It's actually pretty cool. I kind of like where I built my place at. So this is your second main resource, or you can almost say it's also another main resource. Both wood and fossils you need a lot of, especially at the beginning of the game. Before 5.1, which is what we're playing on right now, that fossil looked like a big pile of shit with bones sticking out of it. Now they upgraded the visuals of it, so it looks like a bunch of just fossils laying on the ground. They're kind of harder to detect now because of that, though. Now, as you notice, I went over that hill, and now you see all these different bases. So these are different people's bases. I'm playing on a dedicated server that's open to the world for people to get on. I think it's a PvE server, so we really can't attack each other. We just kind of work together. I was on this 2 nights ago, and most of this stuff wasn't here. Trees weren't growing in this area. In fact, most of it was just a plains area, and the trees were only on the beach where I was at. But now there's trees here, so it's really interesting to see your world change like that. It's actually really awesome. I like it. When I got on here, I was surprised. I was like, oh shit, a lot has changed. A lot of people have built new bases. A lot of people have been on this server since then. So it's really cool to see it growing like it is. It's really awesome. So I'm coming up to a fourth resource now, because we talked about gems, fossils, and wood. Now it's ore. Ore, to me, so far has been the rarest resource. I rarely find ore spots. I'm not saying it's so rare that I can't find it, because I know in this area right here there's a couple spawn points. Another reason, again, why I built my house in this area, because I know that I can get the 4 beginning resources at least right off the bat. Now this is your 5th natural resource, and this is probably going to be your choke point on your resources, and it's called Elemental X. And the only way to get it is to build a harvester on a spot near it. and then let your harvester pick it up. I believe right now my harvester is acting up and it's not picking up any of it. But you see that orange spot on the ground? That is what you call element X. I'm going to go over here and look at this other spot because it's easier to see what I'm talking about when you come over here by this frozen Mr. Vendroid, which we'll talk about what those are in a minute. So if you see, that's what element X, when you hover over it, see it says a harvester is needed to mine it. So you got to have a harvester to even get any of it. Like I said, that's going to be your first choke point on natural resources. So these are little NPC guys that float around. You can shoot them, like, stun them just like you can an animal. If you go up to them and you push E to speak to it, all the NPCs so far in the game, they do the same thing. They bring up a pet menu and you can buy from them. You can also attack them and you don't get anything, no repercussions or anything like that. You just can end up killing it, and it doesn't even drop anything. I thought it'd be at least cool if these Vendroids drop something when you kill them, but I haven't had it drop anything. So if you've had, that'd be cool. Put it in the comments below, tell people about it. But for me, I've never had any of the NPCs drop nothing. They're more than you'll see some other ones wandering around as I'm wandering around, and you can do the same thing to all of them. You can just basically hit them and kill them. They're useless. They're actually cool sometimes because they can aggro enemies, and then you can attack the enemy for a little bit without the enemy aggroing on you. So the good thing about resource points in this game is that they do respawn. Like I said before, I built my house in this area for that specific reason, is that in this valley there are fossils and ores that I can have. There's a bunch of trees around, and then on that beach there's a bunch of gems. So I hit my 4 main resources, and then I saw some element X, so I knew I could be able to get that when I needed to or when I was able to. That was a spider mine. They're just annoying. You can dodge them really easy. If you're fighting another enemy, they can be kind of a pain, but nothing big. Open my inventory here to see how much wood and fossil I had, because I want to build something here in a minute to show you how that works. I only had 78 fossils, so I think one of the main things you can build, you need 100 of each. So I'm going to go look for some more fossils. Now while I'm doing that, I'm going to talk about the way this game looks. I think the graphics in this game are amazing. I don't know if it's just the way the colors are to me, the way it's designed. I think it just looks really well. It looks really fun, you know, it's inviting. It's just got this beautiful palette of colors that just really bring out the game to me, and it really makes you feel like you're on an alien planet trying to survive. It doesn't have really any, has very little hints of earth tones here and there to make it feel like earth, but overall, you know, you're really on an alien planet. It really looks like No Man's Sky. I remember that's the name of the game coming out soon. It really has that color palette to it, that alienness to it. Basically, if you make leaves red and blue, you make it look like an alien planet. So it's really awesome. I love the creature design so far. I like the way everything looks. I love the, I don't think I show them here too much of the humanoid enemies that you find, especially at night. It gets a little dangerous. So right there, I do have enough fossils, so I'm going to head back. But yeah, at night, I'll explain it right now because I don't think I do anything at night here. It might turn to night, but I don't believe I end up heading out at night. There's some humanoid alien monsters that appear, and basically they're the guys you will beat up, or you need to beat up so you can get blueprints off them so you can build more stuff. So for instance, the wooden club, I believe I have, the pistol, not so much the pistol. I believe you can make the pistol right off the bat. There's some of the powered items, and I'll show those in a minute. I'll show you a list of items that I have. Then I'll tell you if I got them off an enemy or not. But they're the ones that drop blueprints, so you can end up having to defeat them to get those blueprints. So you do have to fight. It's not just you fight just to level, and it's kind of a separate aspect. You fight so you can get blueprints to do things. So I'm headed back to my base to show off some of these building list items, because in a survival game, there's a reason why you're getting all these resources, and that's to build. So I come in here. This is like a little area I built up. You'll notice this is an armory. That's a storage bin right in front of me. That's where you can store stuff. I haven't had a reason yet because I don't know if I've ever hit max inventory or not. You go up here, kind of open area. You'll see my little fire pit right there. So this is the first one of the things called rooms. It's its own category. It's called rooms. I'm showing you what a bridge looks like. And all bridges is a platform with 2 sides open and 2 sides closed. So like a bridge, right? So if I put that right there, it would open up that side facing me, and then it'll go straight across, and then there would be 2 sides to it. Room with a door frame. I can't look at it right now because I don't have the actual resources for it, but it's that room right in front of me with the door. You see me with my mouse as I'm wiggling around it, and it has open side walls. Now that room next to it is what they call a lookout room, and I'm going to go to that in here in a second. That room right there with the open side walls, but it doesn't have a door, that's called a lookout. So that's what that room is right there next to it. It has like a, it kind of looks cool when you build it really high because it looks like a tower where you can like shoot off of it if need be. And it gives you an open area. I'm kind of showing you that the lookout and the balcony are two different things. So here's the balcony. The balcony is what I'm standing on. So it's an area without a ceiling, and it has 4 railings, I guess you can say, on the sides. It looks like you can build off the sides of stuff, so like you don't need anything supporting it. But I think after a certain point you have to have a support pillar to support more weight. So right to the right of me behind that wall is a support pillar I have right now. So I don't know how far you can build out yet without having to build another support pillar, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later you're going to have to build another support pillar. So this is a closed room, and the closed rooms are basically these rooms down here. They have 4 walls with the little oval windows on top, and they're basically exactly that. When you connect them together, like I'm standing right in the middle between 2, they open up. So like I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to build one right where I was pointing at. It tells you where you can and can't build, so I don't know why I can't build there. It might be too far in the water, and that might be why, but I swore yesterday it would let me build right over there. So I'm gonna go and build this other room right here next to it, just so I can show y'all what it looks like once you build it, so you're not afraid of building something thinking it's gonna close you off. So you hit the build button and boom, there it is. It's opened up now. So that's your closed room. You know, it opens up this hallway as long as you're connected to something else. Really cool, really easy way to build. I mean, I haven't had trouble figuring out how I wanted to build anything yet. It has really just quick, easy implementation. That's the stairs I'm running on. So the last category on that list was stairs, and that's all the stairs are is right there. There's some people that have built some crazy forts and things like that in this game that I've run by. It's pretty cool. So those guys over there, I believe they have locators on, and that's why I can see where they're at. And that's probably, I'm going to try to build one here in a second just to show you how that works, because it will help you understand what second tier items are and things like that. So I'm just going to start up my fire again. As you notice, you have to add fuel to it. Right now I've only encountered wood as a fuel, but I'm pretty sure later on there'll be other fuels added to the game. Alright, so let's check out what crafting items we have next. We got ourselves an armory, a factory, and a science station. So right there is a factory, and it allows you to build modular parts, entire creations, and tools. Schematics are shared across all factories. Build one, you can get the schematic on any of the other ones. That down there was your armory, and then I haven't built a science station yet. So we're gonna look at it. I need a little more gems. I only need 2, so I'm gonna go head out and grab some gems so I can show you what the science station looks like. Like I said, built this baby right here for this reason. So I can just pop out and grab some gems if I need it. So let me grab these gems real quick. I think I'm going to grab a couple more. Now you notice this aggressive dickwad bug is attacking me. It's going to go down with this club. As you notice, the club hits a lot harder than that combat knife did. So definitely it's worth upgrading your items when you can. There are some people with some crazy stuff already at level 30. It is insane. These people have some of the coolest stuff I've seen. So yeah, you can definitely build some better stuff than just a wooden club. That ain't like the only thing you can build. So I want to grab that. And now you see you can place this science station. That's what it looks like. It lets you build stems and other items like devices and things like that pertaining to just research kind of things. So I guess that's what I can call it. I don't know what else word to call it. You can build it off little sides right here. I don't know why it lets you do this. Like, you can't build it on it. No. That's too much. You got to build it on the edge. So I'm like, whatever, I'll build it on the edge. That's what I did with my factory over there too. So here you go. There it is. Look, it's on the edge just like my factory. I don't know why it only lets you do it like that, but let's check it out. So you push E, so you got your stems, you got consumables, your bandoliers, which is how much ammo you can hold, and then your locator. So I believe the locator was a blueprint I found, I think. So your locator basically tells you where you are on the map. It doesn't give you a map, but it tells you your longitude and latitude, so you can find other people and things like that through chat. As you notice in the upper right, it says locator not built yet. So I'm going to head out and I'm going to grab this stuff for you so you guys can understand what a second tier item is if you don't understand what that is yet. Anyways, because I explained it earlier. So we're gonna go check it out. The jumping mechanic is so funny looking. In fact, here in a minute, I'm gonna show you what I consider rock gliding or jump gliding. Sorry, jump gliding or jump surfing, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna pick up some more fossils here. So this is nighttime. If you look to your right, below where it says locator not built, it says slime attack in 5 days. So in 5 days, there will be some slime monsters that come, and they kind of randomly spawn in different areas. I don't know if they're supposed to spawn and attack your base, and because I built it in the water, they can't attack it. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to do, because every time they are supposed to attack, they all congregate right around my base, but because I'm in the water, I don't think they can do anything about it, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So I don't know if I lucked out or not. As you see right here, I'm rock gliding across things, looking cool, trying to be a badass with my Jedi jump. That's what it reminds me. It reminds me of Jedi Outcast, that jump right there. So I rock glide around there. It kind of makes you travel a little faster, and sometimes you can move a little quicker by using it. I got this item now. I think I got the items I need for my locator. So if you look, you need, what is it? Ore bar and cut gems. Now, when you harvest ore and gems, you only get ore and gems. You don't get ore bar or cut gems. Except very rarely you'll see a green thing pop up and you may grab one or two, which is maybe where I found those. I may have crafted them too. So whenever you harvest, you'll get sometimes a green item pop up, and sometimes it will be those items. But the way to make them for sure is by building a factory, and your factory will let you build them. So what it does is it takes 10 of the lower items and makes you a second tier item called ore bar or cut gem. So I need 3 of each. So I'm building right here. Boom, boom. Takes a lot of resources to build the second tier, and then it takes even more to build third tier, because if you look at spherical cube and Penrose chunk, those are built off element X. So you need 10 element X to make a spherical cube. Then you need 10 spherical cubes to make a Penrose chunk. So, and the thing I need to make that is to make a better harvesting tool, which I really want to do. So when I get back in this game, I'm going to check it out, see if I can make a better harvesting tool, and then see how better or what it actually does when you harvest. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, or anyone else's yet. So I'm wondering if it lets you harvest more or lets you harvest faster. Either way, when you do these survival games, it should be one of the first things you upgrade, because it'll let you make sure you can build things way quicker later on. But because it needs element X in this game, it's a lot harder to build that up first. So I was messing around building other things, but in reality, when you do one of these survival games, you should upgrade your tools as soon as possible, just because it lets you build stuff faster and quicker and harvest things quicker and faster when you're spending less time out in the field and more time building and having fun. So I'm still harvesting some gems. I forget why I'm doing this. See that thing that blew up right behind me? That was one of those spider mines. It is annoying. That's about it, really. Other than that, when you first meet them, they can blow you up instantly, but after a while, depending on their level, they can blow you up or not. So I'm gonna grab some more of these gems. I think I needed them to make the locator. I didn't have enough gems for the locator, so I think that's why I'm getting some more, and I decided to just grab a bunch. See that gem chunk right there? That's a little special item that sometimes can be a cut gem, sometimes it's a gem chunk. Just depends. Same with the wood. If you cut wood, sometimes you'll get a plank. Sometimes you'll get a pristine acorn. All those different things help you make other items in the game. I'm pissed off at these bugs, so I kind of went on a rampage. I was like, screw these bugs, they're going down. Bug dogs, you guys are cool. When I first saw that, I thought it said bulldogs, and I was like, this is not a bulldog. This game is not correct. That is not a bulldog. So yeah, I talked about the slime attacks. Also at night, there are humanoid alien monsters that also come in to play, and they can be a hassle too. So let's make this cut gem real quick, and I'll talk more about them here in a second. Make that cut gem. Come over here to your science lab. Let's build that locator. I think I do a little noob thing here in a minute where I try to equip the locator. You don't have to equip it. The minute you have it, it works. So you notice I have everything I need. You hit build, boom, you're done. You have what you built the thing. If you look at the top right now where it says locator found, you saw that it had longitude and latitude. I'm an idiot. I think I have to equip it for some reason because I'm a moron. So I put it on my hotbar, and then I realized, I was like, wait a minute, why did I do that? I don't need to do that. So you look up there at the top right. So it tells you your last cave location too. And what that is there's caves throughout the game world, and they look like instances in reality. And they kind of act like instances. You know, you walk in there, you can walk in there with people, but if other people are in there, you can see them too. So it's not in its essence a lone instance, so like when, you know, in like WoW or something where you walk in, you have that instance to yourself. That's not how it works here. Anyone can go in that cave with you at any time. So it's just a separate area from the outside world, and you'll see big orange doors. I may have walked by one. You may have seen it in this video. If not, you know, I'll do a little bit more videos on this game as it comes up with newer versions, and I'll talk about more things like that. So I'm just swinging around, you know, hanging out. Now, like I said, at night there's humanoid alien monsters, and I'm very aggressive, and they're the ones you get your blueprints from. They drop some of the more important blueprints in the game, and they are actually pretty cool looking, but they're also really hard. Alien at your level can be really difficult to take down. One of the bigger aliens at your level is you need a group of people to take it down, or you need to be a lot higher level than it to kill it. So like earlier I fought a level 4 alien, and I was level 6, and it was able to take me down. So just be cautious when you're running around at night, that the things get a little bit rough. So the placed items in this game are your kind of like fun items. I call them fun items. There are a couple of them under there, like the harvester and farm, that aren't necessarily so much fun. They're actually useful, but other things like this flag right here is just decoratory. Put it up here and tell people this is my base. You don't come in here. This is my purple green flag. I haven't noticed, but I don't know if your color is random on your character when you make it. I'm not 100% sure. I think I've made 2 characters and they've both been the same color, so I don't know if everyone's just the same color or not. I know you can get paint. I've seen it, so I know you can do that. But I don't know if it's in the game yet or not, but there's a menu option for it. I'm going to put some flags up, waste some resources, make my base look cool. But yeah, I don't know if you can change your color. I know you can change your color, but I don't know if there's a randomized color when you start the game. So that might be just something to look out for. So your uplink is a very important item, actually, right off the beginning of the bat of the game. You might want to build one of these just in a certain area, because that way it gives you a certain spawn point. So if you find a cool area with a lot of resources, you can use it to spawn there. The harvester you saw while I was running around, that's what gives you that element X. And then that is your farm. So this is a farm over here. I placed one outside of my base because I figured that's a cool place to put a farm. You add wood, and then when you add wood, it's like a compository farm. So as you add wood, you get food, which doesn't make much sense in the long run. But basically, plants grow there, and then you take your food. Now, what food does, if you look in the bottom left, my hunger bar is all the way up, so I'm always fed right now. As I was wandering around, you might have seen something to say like health from food. You might see it again here in a second. Might pop. There it is, health from food, right? So as long as your health or your food bar is up and you're not hungry, you'll gain health slowly. Another way to gain health is to dance around a campfire. That's a quicker way to gain health. So just remember those 2 ways. That's 2 ways to quickly get health, other than using a stem health pack, which do drop from enemies. So over time you can get them. Now powered items are exactly that. They need power to work. So this right here is your force field door. I have one on my door right here. It will keep, once I power it on, it will keep me from leaving actually, and keep people from entering the door. The next one is automatic gun turret, and that's what that is right there. Again, another item that needs power, but it will fire upon pretty much anyone I tell it to. Either everybody or just friends, or it'll be public and won't shoot anybody but aggressive monsters. This is a fence link that I only have one of, so there's nothing that connects to it. But you need another node so the 2 can connect to each other as you power it on. And that is pretty much it. The beacon is what's next to that. That's the generator. That's your beacon right there. Your generator is what gives you power to everything. And the beacon is just a big light that shoots up in the sky and tells you where you're at to everybody else. So right now, as I activate the generator, I should be able to activate the things next to it as I add wood to it. And it adds time to how long the generator will last. So right next to it is you got your beacon. But however, right now, I can't get it to work again. I got it to work when I first placed it down. But now it just says it's unpowered, and that's not true, because all you should need is it to be next to the generator. I don't know what the spatial arrangement to that is, but that beacon for sure should work. At one point in the game, you were able to like beat things to get it to go back into your inventory. But right now, there's not a way to do it, consistently. And I believe the Grav gun, or the Mark gun, I call it the Grav gun, it's called Mark 1, should be able to do that for you. I think if you shoot it on something for a limited amount of time, it should be able to suck it up and let you have it back in your inventory so you can place it down again. I think that'd be a cool idea. I believe it's something that they're more than likely going to put in sooner or later, so I think it'd be awesome if they could do that as soon as possible, because I would like to replace some things that I've made into something a little more better, a little cooler looking. But until then, anyways, the game is amazing. I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. I love the way they're heading towards it. The developers are really into the community. I'm going to head back out, harvest some more things, and I will definitely check you guys out later. So that's going to do it for now. My adventure has ended here. I'm going to definitely put up another video when the newer versions come out to show you what's changed. But for now, peace out, OGs. I'll check you out later.